Broadcast.
Hour 2 now with
Broadcast. Back. Want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Wednesday. Wild freaking Wednesday. Wasn't looking very good, was it? August the 1st, 2012, 4 p.m. Eastern. You look at the S&P 500 daily chart. Let me get rid of this. Really, news really didn't make a difference. ADP came in a little bit better. That's the employment number, ADP for the U.S., much better at 163. But we know government jobs are collapsing. U.S. final PMI came in a little weaker at 51.4, but the estimate was 51.9. Construction spending on the light side out of the U.S. London, a disgusting, disgusting number. Terrible. And we did have the ISM manufacturing PMI that came out under 50. And we got to close on the S&P 500, a very good close. Oh, baby. Under previous day lows. That's a good thing. And they're holding it up. Now, obviously, big day tomorrow. Will Draghi deliver out of the ECB, European Central Bank? And I just think we churned at the top. I think we're going to be down huge. Huge. I could see bottom of the channel to you. And the nice thing is the dollar. The dollar rallied significantly on the Fed. Burn your ass off. As we knew, he did nothing. Nothing! Thank you, sir. May have another. Oh, baby. So, Fed does nothing. Stock market pretty much didn't like it. Didn't collapse because I think a lot of players in the market knew that the Fed was going to do nothing because it was very well telegraphed by the FOMC that they were going to do nothing. But he said his normal language that we're ready to act once we're needed, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. So we did have gold sell off, although gold came back closing over 1,600, which is pretty impressive, I must say. But London numbers really unbelievably poor. 45.4 on the PMI manufacturing number. House price month-on-month down 0.7%. Disgusting. Horrible. Mas horrible. And we had China's numbers. Going on a field trip to China. Weaker. So I think the reason why we rallied, the reason why the currency markets rallied, Aussie rallied, Kiwi made new freaking highs. What a nice reversal in the Kiwi. And remember, people, it's Wednesday. And you know what Wednesday is. That's triple roll. And I'll talk about that another day. But, boy, after 5 o'clock, if they pay that interest, you sell. And I think that Asia, we should have certainly dollar up. I think, again, Fed disappointment, even though they said they are ready to act. Okay, big deal. But from a technical perspective, we got some great-looking charts. But I do think, China saying that they will possibly do more, I think certainly was one of the reasons why we had the Aussie rally, New Zealand rally, dollar Canada. Unbelievable dollar Canada never broke through par. Unbelievable. I thought for sure it was going to break it and then maybe collapse. But, wow. Amazing. Held the line. And I think that when you look at this S&P, we took out previous day lows. We never took out previous day highs. Certainly just not looking very good. And we're due for a bar down. Now, of course, Draghi could deliver. But I think there was some interesting, very interesting comments by the President of the United States of America, Barack Hussein Obama. And let me tell you something. If this market does collapse, it's all on him. It's all on him. In all my years, and I've been trading since 1994, in all my years of trading, I have never seen a president of the United States try and influence a foreign central bank into doing something. Holy crap. Have you? Obama basically called Hollande, the French president, and he encourages Europe to take decisive action tomorrow. Now, there's one of two things. Either Barack Hussein Obama knows what they're going to do. Geithner probably told them what they're going to do. or he actually has the balls to think that he actually can influence the European Central Bank. If the latter, they're going to shove it in his face. They might not do Draghi might not do anything just to shove it in Obama's face. And then you would have a meltdown. But, obviously the Bundesbank comments also, very important. I thought it was interesting that the Bundesbank actually acknowledged that Germany has benefited the most out of any country in the Eurozone with the euro. So I thought that was interesting. But this dollar index, let me tell you something, this looks good. As long as we don't take out 82.50, we look gorgeous. And commodity currencies, as we thought, finally, the end of the day, sold off nicely. And I think that continues. And again, as far as numbers tonight, we do have Australian retail sales in Asia. Previous month was up 0.5. Global slowdown. Retail sales across the globe are collapsing. Oh, baby. I love this trade. And again, what I love even more, this sucker took out previous day high. But it took out that second day low. Thank you, sir. I'm going to have another. I love it. I think we should easily come into 104. I would say Fibonacci. And Fibonacci really says 103. Maybe even tomorrow. Listen, if the market's down 200, 300 like I think we might be, what's wrong with getting down to 102? Big spot, that 102. This thing, retail sales are weaker. If the S&Ps are down, Aussie Kiwi will continue to sell off. And there's a tremendous trade in this Australian dollar across the board. Oh, baby. This thing looks terrible. Couldn't rally. You had the doji yesterday. Even pop. Maybe it's going to pop into triple roll. Great. This thing is a dead short, especially if I'm right about Australian retail sales. As long as we don't take out 130, even today's high, I think this thing is golden to the downside. I cannot imagine this retail sales number being good. And you've had trade numbers with China collapsing, weaker than expectations. I would imagine Australian trade balance is going to be weaker than expectations. Now, even though the pound got crushed, I'll tell you something, there might be a trade in this. Oh, baby. And if risk is off, I know we've retraced almost the entire freaking move. Only 1,600 pips it rallied, only to sell off 1,400. Oh, baby. I got to tell you, this thing looks interesting. Muy interesante. Even though cable, again, looks terrible, euro sterling, certainly trying to rally. Cable with all the bad numbers, absolutely. But you know what? I don't know. I don't buy it. I think you look at pound kiwi. Fell off a cliff, but off session lows. As long as we don't take out today's low, should be good. The only thing is, again, New Zealand could be the relative strength winner because of Australia. Because of Australia. Meaning Australian retail sales could be better. Worse. And then Aussie Kiwi comes in, right? And then El Collapso. So I think you really want to be worried about that. And again, yes, the numbers are important tonight, but I got to tell you, it's all about the ECB. It's all about the European Central Bank. And looking at this euro, we close below this whole flag. It doesn't look very good. But again, our Fibonacci, this euro could get down to 121.75 and still be long. So again, but I just think that I think Draghi's going to do something. I do. I think Draghi's going to definitely do something. I think he could lower rates. I think he can maybe talk about the ECB buying sovereign debt, even though I don't know if he can, but and then that's it. So I think he's going to disappoint. I think Draghi, no matter what he does, because the Germans aren't going along with it. So no matter what Draghi does, you might have a nice spike up, but then El Collapso. So again, I think it's probably going to be down. Asia, commodity currency get whacked more. Maybe a little pop in Europe on some stupid comments by whoever. And then maybe more of a pop on Draghi. And then bye-bye. Sayonara. But again, I've never in my history ever heard of what I heard today from Barack Hussein Obama. Who are his advisors? Who are these guys? How could they be telling him to say anything? The president's not supposed to get involved. It's so freaking stupid. So, I mean, the euro's going lower. Will we breach 120? Oh, let me tell you something. If we don't do anything, this euro is tosto. El collapso. Bye-bye. And dollar yen, because, and we had this game plan pretty much, dollar yen, because they did nothing, because they know nothing, because the Fed did nothing, dollar yen rallied, which makes total sense. Makes complete sense. We do get challenger job cuts out of the U.S., unemployment claims out of the U.S. as well, factory orders, but again, it's all on Draghi. I don't think London's going to do anything. Remember, they just increased their purchase facility. I would not be surprised if they did something. They should, but I don't know if they're going to. And we take a look at some of these other charts. I got to tell you, people, they look freaking gorgeous. Dollar yen looks good. Dollar yen selling off a little bit into the close, but dollar yen looks good. Dollar Canada. Take a look. Excuse me. Outside candle to perfection. They had bad GDP yesterday. I can't believe this thing is even up more. I think this thing's got 101.50 written all over it. Easy. Easy. You can even do your Fibonacci from the latest move. And last I checked, they're relying on the U.S. economy. And the U.S. economy ain't doing so good. Bad numbers today, that's for sure. Not enough, though, for the Fed to panic. Not enough for the Fed to panic. Dollar Swiss came back nicely. Going back up, clearing the tower. Now this thing looks gorgeous now. Back in vogue. To the moon house. Looks good. How about that pound Swiss trade? Pound Swiss. Oh, baby. Held up a little bit here. Hopefully you covered some, but I think this thing's rolling over. I think you might get a pop. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, this thing completely topped out. I'm looking for a pop up to maybe 150, 350 to look to sell. To sell. Oh, don't worry. I'm getting to the Aussie. I'm getting to her. Don't you worry, Cable. Todd Gordon, bad call. But he did say over 158. I will give him credit. He liked it, but he wanted over 158. This thing looks like death. Death. Down here, 155. Should we take out 154.50? Or this channel line, 155. El Tosto. Bye-bye. All right, now let's get to some of our favorites. Well, we did Dollar Canada. That's a favorite. Commodity currencies. People, it don't get no better than this. Oh, baby. Outside candle, closing close to the lows. Triple roll. Let them hold it a little above. Bang! Retail sales are going to suck. We certainly should break 104 tonight. Tonight. Abso-freaking-lutely. I think this channel line we should come down to easy. And that's 102.50. And that's the Fibonacci. Retrace this whole move. Like it never even happened. Oh, baby. New Zealand, complete reversal. Outside candle took out previous day high, took out previous day low. Looks gorgeous. And I'll tell you what, even the yens. As much as I think dollar yen looks good, what the hell? Aussie yen came back nicely. But still, it's a doji, a double doji. I see no reason why this sucker doesn't go back down to 79.50. Why not? Dollar yen I don't see exploding tonight. I think dollar yen holds, but I don't see dollar yen exploding. New Zealand yen also looks interesting to the downside, even though flagging, holding. I still like it short. Come a long way, baby. Risk off. Now that, again, should be pound Aussie, pound Kiwi as well. Pound Aussie, pound Kiwi. Take a look. And even Luna yen. These things held up fairly well. I still think this comes in. Reverse head and shoulders, as long as we don't take out this neckline, we could easily roll over. Again, risk off, I find it hard to believe the yen is going to sell off. But again, it's all about the ECB. All bets are off. If the ECB comes in and saves the day, all bets are off, baby. Absolutely. And again, first 10 people, if you want to try my product, try my service, free for the ECB, and listen to Draghi live, because we do that. The Q&A, very important. Email me, info@globalfxllc.com. Gold, again, like we said, the wedge, broke through it, going lower on no Fed rate decision. Nothing, nada, zilcho. And I look for this thing, gold, to easily come in down to the bottom and break, especially if Draghi doesn't really print more euros. If he doesn't print more euros, say goodnight. Bye-bye. Gold, there is Obama's doing more sanctions on Iran. Iran, talking about today, said war is within weeks. Wow. Weeks. Check out debka.com. I posted on my Facebook, Andrew.Spanton. I'm on YouTube, Voice of Forex. I'm on Twitter, Voice of Forex. And, of course, my fan page on Facebook, Voice of Forex. Love to see you people retweet some of my tweets. How about sharing my videos? Oh, baby. It's been a while since we knocked one, not out of the park, but certainly good day. And again, I'll tell you what, this Euro Swiss, very interesting. It inched up. Up. Actually, look at that. Actually, up. Look at this. This is a daily chart. Looks like a tick chart. The daily chart. 2-week high. Interesting. Not really. But hey. Like the lotto, you never know. But again, retail sales tonight, Australia going to suck. This is the best looking chart out there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, people. Good luck tonight. Make some money. Print some money. El Draghi. Maybe he won't come through. Oh, baby. Andrew Spanton, Global Markets Radio, the only voice you'll ever need. Triple roll tonight. Sell after 5 o'clock. Get short the Australian dollar for retail sales. There's my gift to you.